walking, they threw him in the damn fire, man. Right. So that was considered like a rough debate. Yeah. And then the old dude said, no, you mustn't do that. So they said, shut up, old man, for we throw you in the fire too. So he shut up. But that's the reason why they called it agora, because it means a marketplace where you had trials. So you didn't have courts that you went in. Trials usually took place on the outside. And you had the public standing there. That's why if you go into a court is open to the public. If there's a murder trial, if there's enough room for you to get up in there, you can just go up in there and sit down and listen to the whole trial. And I did that with brothers. We done went in the courts and they had murder cases and just sat down. That's when we was really into the law. And I said, well, this guy should have filed this motion. He should have did this. And that's how you learn. That's how they get up-and-coming lawyers to learn how to deal with the law. They tell them to go to actual murder case, or if you're going into criminal law. You know what I'm saying? So basically what happens in that agora is trials, public events, shopping, debates. And every time we come down there, there's always a mini debate that breaks out. So all that shit, well, we're going to meet in 2 months at this arena. No, it doesn't work that way, man. You have the debate right then and there, man. Yeah. You know? Impromptu debate.
I got some real quick. This is under agora definition. The word agora is Greek for open place of assembly, and early in the history of Greece designated the area in the city where freeborn citizens could gather to hear civic announcements, muster for military campaigns, or discuss politics. Later, the agora defined the open air, often tented marketplace of a city, as it still does in Greek, where merchants had their shops and where craftsmen made the...
That's 34th Street, man. That's Hoyt. Remember Hoyt and Fulton? And when nobody's down there, we need to, we get enough guys. We're going to have a crew go down there, man. Because these other guys are playing games, man.
It says where merchants had their shops and where craftsmen made and sold their wares. The original agora of Athens was located below the Acropolis near the building which today is known as the Thespian, and open-air markets are still held in that same location in the modern day. Traders in the agora, retail traders known as kapeloi, served as middlemen between the craftsman and the consumer, but were largely mistrusted in ancient times as unnecessary parasites. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, so there you have it, brothers. Going back to the scripture.
Hey, now my question is this. When you had Paul was in the agora, right? The marketplace, right? It could have been winter, it could have been summer, could have been spring, could have been fall, right? Now you have those debates going on, and as you read down, it's going to explain it, because the guys that Paul is speaking to, they're going to say something, man. Because that's all they did all year round, man, which is reminiscent to them guys in the black consciousness community. Those are probably the same guys, man, that Paul encountered, you know?
Yeah.
So now, if you say, well, look, it's winter, we ain't going out. We ain't going to be in the agora, in the marketplace. Does the businesses, do they stop because of the winter? No.
No, hell no.
Macy's don't close because of winter.
As a matter of fact, around so-called Christmas falls around the winter. And that's when a lot of people are out there doing business, especially the day right before so-called Christmas. They didn't do it too much this year, boy. Yeah.
Their stores are closing left and right. Canada, we're going to speak on that. Canada, man, is experiencing hyperinflation right now, man. Let's say you got the taste for a nice steak you want to make on your own, you better have $40 to buy a steak, one steak.
Hey, and in ancient times, or actually not even ancient times, when America was first being built up, all those major retail stores were all on the streets. They were selling their wares on the streets. You see these people out there that sell bananas or whatever they sell. Sometimes they sell that camel meat, all that stuff. They're still out there in the winter when it's snow out there and everything.
Yeah, them Arabs stay out there selling that camel meat, man.
Yeah, the point is just because it's
Gotta
cold.
make that money.
That's right. The point is just because it's cold doesn't mean the business stops. Doesn't mean people don't come out. You know? Exactly. Yeah.
Hold on. What did you say? I'm sorry, brother. You said that doesn't mean that the business stops? Okay,
Yep.
well, good. I thought about the scripture.
We got scriptures on that. Well, but look, man, we got the scriptures, man. It says in season and out of season. What does that mean? And we can go into that. You guys just don't go out because you just a bunch of faggots. And you're not men of the Lord. Well, the Spirit of the Lord is not working with you. So the thing is, don't pretend that you're a man. Stop posing, man.
And then you know what, if I may, they remind me of that parable Yahushua taught about the penny. The one lazy, wicked servant, he took the penny and hid it. He hid the penny, and he didn't do anything with the penny. He didn't take he didn't take that talent, or the parable of the talents actually, and he took that talent and he hid it. He hid that talent, and he didn't increase that talent.
Like what these guys do, they hide in the wintertime, man.
Yeah, because really the Most High is the ultimate banker. You know, he's the one that sits in the back and collects all the money. You know, so the money is what? The word. And you're supposed to go out there and get him more money. That's why he gave us these talents, get him more money. You know, so while you going out there trading, the Lord is spiritually getting what the scriptures call usury. But it's on the spiritual side, so it's in righteousness. You know, so when you're holding back the money and you're not putting out there to trade, you're not making any profit. You know, so for your master, so you pretty much are being useless. You know, so the Lord can't use a useless, slothful servant. If you had a servant and the servant didn't want to work for whatever reason, you either beat that servant or you get rid of that servant and get another one.
Yeah, and you can't do half-ass work either.
Exactly.
Like they might say, well, we do go out, but we go out during the spring or summer. No, you're supposed to, the scriptures say, be not slothful in business, but be fervent in spirit. And fervent, you look up that word fervent, it means on fire. It means fever. That's where you get that word fever from. Fervent. Now, a guy that got the speaking fever, like some people, they got you had something called disco fever. That's a guy that all he listens to is disco. His night and day, he sleeps, eats, shits disco. He got the disco fever, right? Well, it's the same thing with the speaking, man. We got the speaking fever. All right?
I got a scripture.
Yeah, come.
John 4:31 on down. It says, in the meanwhile, his disciples, Yahushua's disciples, not Christ, prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. 33. Therefore said the disciples one to another, have any man brought him aught to eat? Because they're thinking on the physical, he was speaking in the spiritual. 34. Yahushua, not Christ, said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Another word for work is business.
That's it. I got that scripture for you.
Oh, okay. I just want to make that one statement. Scripture also said, occupy until I come. Now, you look up that word occupy, the Greek word there is pragmatikai or pragmatico. Pragmatico. So, yes, yeah.
Along that line, yep.
Which means business-like. A person that's pragmatic is business-like. He's all about business. Which our business is what? Teaching the word. Okay, go ahead.
This is Romans 12 and 11. I'll start at 10. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love, in honor preferring one another, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Not slothful in business. So a guy that takes the winter off, come on now, he's slothful. He's slothful in business. And we should look up that word slothful.
While you're looking that up, I got some too. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 16. But whereunto should I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows and saying, we have piped unto you and you have not danced. Because we're out there in the marketplace and we're calling out to you through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and we're piping unto you, meaning we're singing a song unto you, and you're not dancing. You're not moving to the tune. You're not actually getting involved. So and saying we have piped unto you, and you have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and you have not lamented. So you're not getting involved. You're not catching on, so to speak, and moving to the rhythm, moving to the dance, to the song. Getting in the groove. Out there in the marketplace. So in order for you to do the work, the real work, you have to be out there in the highways and the byways, in the streets, because that's where the main word is taught.
Well, that's the real business. Yeah. That's the real business. Now,
that's trade.
That's business. Romans 12 and 11, which you just read it, I'll read it and then I'll give the definition of slothful. It says, not slothful in business. What kind of business? The Lord's business. Going out there teaching the word, propagating the word out on the street. Fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. Now, we already talked about the word fervent, which means on fire. You got that fever. Now, I looked up the word slothful, and the Greek word there is oknaros, and it says sluggish, slothful, backward. So anybody that has that idea of we don't have to go out and teach in the winter, that guy is sluggish, he's slothful, and he's backward. But mind you, Nate, he mentioned about...
He's looking for an excuse.
He's looking for an excuse. Nate mentioned about anyone who's not forwardly thinking. And his definition of forwardly thinking was building businesses in Babylon.
Forwardly thinking as far as the world is concerned.
Right.
He loves the world.
He loves the world. But if you're not going out and teaching the winter, which in Nate's case, he ain't going out and teach at all, the definition of slothful is backward. It says sluggish, slothful, backward. Right. So that's backward thinking. Not teaching in the winter, that's backward thinking, man. That's unproductive. That's sluggish. That's slothful. And that's not being fervent.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Lukewarm, sluggish, slothful. It's all the same word, man.
Same thing. Hey, now you mentioned lukewarm. Now you know what scripture I'm thinking about. Now you know when cats get lukewarm? When they come into a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. I got a quick. So you got something? I had the scripture. Just it links in. It's Amos, the 3rd chapter, and the 6th verse. Amos 3. Yep, this is Amos 3 and 6.
You getting all this, Zika, man? Because I know you're gonna watch it.
Yeah, you probably watch it now. Yep. We enjoy it, man. We dining on your ass in the spirit of the Lord. Amos 3 and 6, right? You know this, Zika, man, but I'm gonna read on though. So you just see, you probably read the top part, but you gotta read on. That comes from studying the scriptures, something that y'all don't do, right? Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? And that's what we do every time we go out speaking. We blow that trumpet by going out on the street, speaking, bringing out the scriptures. Right? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Yeah, the Most High is in control of everything, like this snowstorm, jacking people up. The Lord can, because the scripture say the Lord said he have his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. All right, them tornadoes, everything bad that happens. Y'all talking about Satan, the devil did it. No, man. Like I always get on that nigga Reverend Price. The devil killed my son. The Most High killed your son, you dumb nigga. You up there jumping up and down. The devil killed my son. The devil killed my son. The devil, the Most High did it, nigga. I'm reading it. If you didn't read this part. Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? Right? Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. That's why we got it and y'all don't. Because y'all not the prophets. That's why y'all not going out speaking, man. That's why you guys can't get Cornelius being an Israelite. The whole rape issue, the other breakdowns that we go into, y'all can't get it. Y'all got a problem with it, man.
The mark of the beast.
The microchip, right?
I got a quick scripture, right quick to go with what you're saying.
Come.
Isaiah 45:7, right? This is the Lord speaking. Yahweh. I form the light and create darkness. I'm sorry, I'm reading the other. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
Come.
So, Reverend Price, the Lord did kill your son.
The Most High killed your son, nigga. And you know why the Most High killed him? It was his time. The most, like in that Twilight Zone episode with and then they had that on during I think the New Year, and I watched it too. I watched a lot of it. They had the episode with Robert Redford. He played Mr. Death with that old lady. Yeah, it's lady. Mr. Death. And then he said, "It's your time."
He was laying in the bed, right?
Yeah, he laying in the bed. Hey, Mr. Death came to visit him, man. All right. So I'm gonna go Amos 3:8. The lion have roared. Who will not fear? Right. And then, man, that represents the Most High. Well, the ultimate lion is the Most High, Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai is referred to as the conquering lion of Judah, right? Yahweh Shai is the embodiment of the spirit of the Most High himself, man, right? The Lord, Yahweh, have spoken. Who can but prophesy? I'm going to read it again. Amos 3:8. The lion have the spirit of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have come down on. It's on. Testing. Can you hear me? All right, that's number Satan, boy, because your niggas getting cut. Amos 3:8. The lion have roared. Who will not fear? And we fear. See, we fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we go out and prophesy. And what you going to prophesy, man? You're going to prophesy on the streets. That's where you really go to prophesy. Now, we in the studio, and we could prophesy on camera, but the main thing is going out on the streets, man. Okay, because the ancient prophets went out amongst the people.
Well, that's what the Lord said to do.
That's what the Lord said. Well, I'm reading it. Yeah. The lion, that's the Most High. Yeah. Who's the lion? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord came to us when we received. Testing. Testing. Okay, now, okay.
You gotta check those buttons.
Yeah, check them buttons.
Okay, keep your hand low.
Yeah, you think it's on, but it could be halfway.
Okay. Yeah, there's Zika, man, putting them prayers out to Satan. Right? Now, Amos 3:8, I'm going to go back. The lion have roared, who will not fear? Now, the lion represents Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Spirit of the Lord, because, first of all, when we received this truth, all of us, which we all got it from other men of the Lord, right, the men that the Spirit of the Lord was dealing with, we got the truth, right? Now, we feared, and the reason you go out is for fear of the Lord, pursuing back to Matthew 10:5. Yahweh Shai gave the disciples an order to go out there speaking, man. And then from that time on, up until the Apostle Paul, he was out there speaking, traveling, going to different cities. Paul got stoned to death for speaking. Stephen got stoned to death for going out there to prophesy, right? And that's another reason you guys don't want to go out there, because you're afraid, man. Because you know the Spirit of the Lord ain't with you. Something might happen to you, man. And you know I might lose my job, or a nigga might come
my
up.
boss might see me, or some crazy nigga might do something, or some Edomite, you know?
Yeah, you might get arrested.
Yep.
And Zika, man.
Oh, well, you might catch a cold.
You might catch a cold. And Zika, man, you got that city job, man. We know you drive the bus and shit like that. So you afraid you afraid to lose that job, man. Because if the cops come and you might, he got arrested, remember? Yeah. So ever since that incident, boy, yeah, that's the ultimate insult, man. The Lord, Yahweh, have spoken. Who can but prophesy? So you look, man, if you fear the Lord, you're going to go out on the street and prophesy. right? We're going to go down to the 9th verse. Publish in the palaces of Ashdod, and in the places in the land of Egypt.
The marketplace.
You hear that, right?
Hey, that word publish, I think that word publish, I think it means people. Like pub, like the word pub, like that's a place where everybody, like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. The pub, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Now, Zika, man, I'm pretty sure he's read 6 and 5, but he never read down. Because if he had read down, then he would have caught this part. Well, Nate, too, and the rest of you guys, right? If you guys had read down, you would have knew. The 9th verse, publish in the places. What places? The market, a public place. Right?